Good morning, students. This is once again your economics teacher Lakshmi Vyas here, and today I'm here to explain a chapter which is money, where we'll discuss about the meaning and functions. So, let's start this chapter. We will not have any sub part of this chapter. We'll complete the entire chapter in this one video tutorial. The area of discussion under this chapter will be barter system of exchange. Yes, we'll start with the very initial method of exchange, which was barter system. After explaining the method, we'll discuss some shortcomings of this system. That means the limitations of barter system. Then we'll move on to the meaning of money and what are the different kinds of money. We'll continue with the functions of money, which is primary function, secondary function, and contingent function. All different types of functions of money we will discuss in detail, and this is the most important part of the chapter as well. And lastly, we'll conclude our chapter with money supply and different measures of supply of money. So let's start with the very first subtopic, which is barter system of exchange. Barter system means it is a system where goods and services were exchanged directly for another goods and services. Like we can exchange one apple with one banana. Or there were different ratios where one commodity can be exchanged with another commodity. Under that method, some people used to exchange the services as well. For example, a labor can supply 10 hours of working labor work, and in exchange he may get 1 liter of milk every day for 5 days. In that way, goods were exchanged. At the same time, services were also exchanged. So that method was called barter method or barter system of exchange. And the economy based upon barter exchange is known as barter economy. That was very initial method when people started exchanging commodities among themselves to satisfy their needs. But this method suffers from various shortcomings. So let us discuss some shortcomings of this method. Different difficulties or shortcomings include the very first, lack of double coincidence of want. What does it mean? It happens when two persons may not desire to purchase each other's goods. For example, if I am here to exchange my wheat and I want pulses, but the person who can give me pulses may not need my wheat, he may need rice. So in that condition, there is requirement of double coincidence. Each and every person should need the commodity which the other can offer. And that was the problem of double coincidence of wants. The second problem was lack of information about the product quality. Product was not reliable, product was not given all the informations to the producers, to the people who are going to purchase that. There was no unit of account to measure the worth of the good. There was no method there was no common unit in terms of which goods and services can be valued. Everyone will think that my commodity is of higher value. Then there was a problem of exchange. There was no possibility of subdivision. The example, a picture is given over here, you can see on the screen. A person want to exchange a cow. On the other hand, he cannot divide the some part of cow to get some liquid, some cold drink which is offered by the second person on the other side of the table. The person is selling cold drink or any soft drink, but a person who is having a cow cannot divide a particular part of cow and give it to that. So subdivision of big animals or big product was not possible. So in that way the system failed. There was not possibility of storing wealth for future. People cannot store commodities for a long period of time because they don't know what their value be after some time. So in that way barter system was failed, and to overcome these difficulties of barter system, every society invented some kind of money in their own way. So let us discuss the meaning of money. Different economists has given different definitions of money. So basically what money is, according to Professor Walker, money is what money does. Some people said that it is a method it is a measure which we can use to exchange for goods and services. Some people say that we can store, it is a way in which we can store the value of a commodity or store for future. So different people had different opinion, but all of them were revolving around the function of money, what money is doing. So the most suitable definition of money was given by Crowther. He said money is anything which is generally acceptable as a means of exchange, and at the same time which acts as a measure and store of value. And this is the most suitable definition of money. What are the reason? The first reason is that it is emphasizing all the three important functions of money: medium of exchange, measure of value, store of value. Money is the most important medium through which we exchange goods and services. Money is the one through which we can measure the value of any commodity. Money is the one in the form of which we can store the value for the future. So all these three are most important functions of money. We'll discuss each of them in detail later. But all these three important functions are included in the definition. And secondly, it lays stress on the basic characteristic of money. What is the basic characteristic? It is generally acceptable. Yes, money is what which is generally acceptable by people. Otherwise, exchange will not be possible. So it is a medium of exchange which is unique. And this feature of money is a unique feature of money. And money possesses the general purchasing power, the power to buy goods directly in the market. People accept it because they believe that it will be accepted by others as well in the form of payment. So money is accepted because it is accepted by others. So this general acceptability is the most important characteristic of money. So in meaning of money, you need to learn this definition given by Crowther, where money is anything that is generally acceptable as a medium of exchange and at the same time acts as a measure and store of value. Moving to the next part, which is kinds of money. Yes, in modern economy, the quantity of money basically consists of two things. One is currency, second is deposit. Currency includes coins and paper notes. So let's discuss each and every 2 marks type of kinds of money. All these can be in the 2 marks question. What is token money? So you should know the definition. Token money means the money where the face value is more than metallic value, like coins. A 10 rupee coin can be exchanged for anything worth rupees 10. But if I sell that in terms of its metallic value, if I melt that and calculate the value of the metal used in that, will be less than 10 rupees. So the face value is more than metallic value. So or we can say that all the modern currency like the notes are also token. A 10 rupee note, if I sell them in for paper way, just value of the paper used is not worth rupees 10. So The token money means the money value, that means the face value is more, the metallic value is less. Other one, fiat money. What is this? Currency notes. Inconvertible paper money is known as fiat money. Why so? Because gives order, government issues order for their production. So people have full confidence on those money. That is why they are called fiat money. Inconvertible. What is convertible money and inconvertible money? Initially, what used to happen, central bank used to issue currency which was fully convertible into gold. So it was called convertible money. But after the World War I, almost all the countries of the world abandoned the use of gold convertibility. And from that time onwards, paper money became inconvertible. There is no compulsion for the central bank to exchange it for gold. So it is called inconvertible. And at present, all the paper currency is inconvertible, which means it cannot be converted to gold or silver. So if you see any currency note, like a 10 rupee note, it carries the legend, I promise to pay the bearer a sum of 10 rupees, and which is signed by the government of RBI. This means it can be converted into other notes or coins of equal value. So all the currency notes which are used here, you can see the picture as well, are fiat money. Moving to the third type, which is called deposit money. Apart from the currency which we have in our hand, there is another form of money which is deposit money. Deposit money or bank money means the deposit held with the bank and on the basis of which checks can be drawn. We deposit our money in the form of savings in our accounts. That money is not kept separately in currency form. That is included in just a number form with our account number. So that is another form of money which is deposit money or bank money, and which we can withdraw with the help of checks. Yes, the check is an instruction to the bank to make payments or to make transfer equal to the amount mentioned in the check. So people can withdraw check. Be very careful, children, that checks themselves are not money. It is the bank deposit on the basis of which checks can be drawn, and that is considered to be money. Bank deposits on which checks could be drawn has now become an important form of money because checks are widely accepted as mode of payments these days, particularly for trade, business, etc. Because check can be easily used for large transactions, we don't need to carry cash with ourselves. So check is a very good instrument which can be used in the form of money. With this, we can see legal and illegal. Legal tender means before starting the functions of money, in the same part of kinds of money, I can say that legal tender, what does it mean? The term, what is legal tender? The currency notes and coins are called legal tender because they are legally issued by the government. But checks are not legal tender. People cannot refuse to accept notes and coins, but people can refuse to accept check. So checks are not legal tender. If I want to make a payment of 5,000 rupees to you, if I give you 5,000 rupees in cash in the form of currency notes, you have to accept it. If I give you check of 5,000 rupees, you might accept it or might not. If you will have faith on me that my account will have that much money, then you will accept it. On the other hand, if the person who are supposed to accept will not have any particular direct relation with the concerned person from where who is collecting the check, he may say that I will not be able to accept the check. Or if the person is not having bank account, how will he get the money? Or if he have no access with the bank services, then so in certain circumstances, acceptance of check depends upon the person. It's a personal payment. So person can legally refuse to accept a payment through check, but he cannot refuse coins and currency notes. So they are called legal tender. Now under legal tender, there is limited legal tender, unlimited legal tender. All the coins till 25 paise in India are limited legal. 5 paise, 10 paise, 20 paise, 25 paise are called limited legal tender because a person may refuse to accept these coins up to 25 rupees payment. After that, he may refuse it. On the other hand, 50 paise and more than that, 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupee, 10 rupee coins and all the currency notes are unlimited legal tender. Means a person will have to, there is no acceptance of maximum limit of using these coins and notes. In general, we are not using 25 paise coins or 50 paise coins anyway, but in terms of book, in terms of theory, it is still there. Limited legal tender and unlimited legal tender. Moving to our next part, which is the most important portion of this chapter, functions of money. Functions of money we can broadly classify into three categories: primary function, secondary function, and contingent function. Primary function means the functions which are fundamental, which are essential, and these functions must be performed by money in every economy under all circumstances. These include medium of exchange, measure of value. After primary comes the secondary function. The three kinds of secondary functions are given here: standard of deferred payment, store of value, transfer of value. Contingent function. After primary and secondary function, there is contingent function role, and that role refers to the role of money in assisting various economic units like consumers, producers. They make their own decisions according to this money, and that function of money is called contingent functions of money. So let's start the discussion of each one, and contingent will also be discussed in three are more important, which is maximization of utility, employment of factor inputs, and basis of criticism. These three are more important. The fourth one you can do or you can exclude as well, no problem. So let's start the primary function. The primary function, the most important, essential and basic function of money is medium of exchange and measure of value. Medium of exchange. What does it mean? This function of money means money can be used to exchange each and every commodity. And money is generally and widely accepted as a medium of exchange. And with this, we can exchange and purchase most of the commodities. And it is the most important function of money. Here you can see a person is buying a car with exchange of money. So, money can be exchanged with any good or any commodity. The second important function is measure of value. Yes, money acts as a common measure of value or a unit of account. We can express the value of any commodity in terms of money, and that value is called price. Here you can see a picture where the prices of different kinds of pulses is written. That means the value of 1 kg of each of these different pulses is different. So we can measure the value of same quantity of different commodities with respect to money. So we can say that the quality of 108 rupees worth pulse is different, or we can say that the value is more than the one which is having a value of 80 rupees per kg. So we can measure the value of each commodity in terms of money. This is the second function primary function. So medium of exchange and measure of value are two important primary functions of money. After primary function comes the secondary function. Secondary function means the functions which are derived from the primary function. This includes the very first, standard of deferred payment. Deferred payment means payment in future. In today's world, we are seeing that everything we are doing in EMIs, we are taking the goods in current and making the payments in future. So credit system. So money serves as a standard of deferred payment. And acting as a standard of deferred payment means that a payment is to be made in future can be stated in terms of money. For example, interest, rent, pensions, all are all the transactions which involve such future payments, and all these are expressed in terms of money. Here you can see a picture, the money with time. Yes, transactions is done in the current period and exchange of money is done in the future. So that is standard of deferred payment, and for that standard money acts as a standard. Next is store of value. If a farmer wants to store for future, he cannot store rice for 15 years. What he can do is he can sell the rice in the market and exchange it with money and keep the money aside for 15 years. So money serves as a store of value. People can keep their wealth in the form of money, and it allows us to store purchasing power because we can purchase goods and services with money at any point of time, and this power can be used in the times of future to purchase other goods and services, including assets also. So money can be stored, and money helps us to store the value of the current for the future. The third secondary function is transfer of value. We can transfer the value from one person to another person, one place to another place. Here you can see a picture of a house. What does it say? It says we can sell a house in Delhi in exchange of money, and we can use this money to buy a house in Kolkata. So what we are doing? We are transferring our value from Delhi to Kolkata, and money is helping us over there. So we had an asset in Delhi and we are transferring that in Kolkata, but we cannot transfer our home from Delhi to Kolkata. Money helps us. We can sell that house. The money which we get, we can use that money to buy another one here. So we can transfer the value with money. This is the secondary function of money. Then comes the contingent functions of money. Contingent functions means the function where money is used to assist various economic entities like consumers, producers, so that they can take their decisions properly. Yes, whether we are a consumer or a producer, we all need to take the decisions, and deciding what to do needs a base. Money helps us over there. The first one given here, maximization of utility. We have done consumers' behavior. So a consumer always tries to maximize the utility. Utility means satisfaction, where he purchases different goods and services. So here in the picture as well, you can see that a consumer is deciding upon different commodities, be it a good or a service, how much to spend, because the total budget is always given and the prices of the commodity are fixed by the market, and all these are fixed in terms of money. Budget is in terms of money, prices are in terms of money, so money in hand, income is in terms of money. Everything helps the consumer to decide what to purchase and in how much quantity. As we have discussed in consumer behavior chapter, that consumer will be able to maximize the utility if the ratios of marginal utility of different commodities are equal to price ratio of those goods. Now for equalizing the marginal utility, money plays an important role because prices are expressed in terms of money. So money helps the consumers to decide how much quantity of different commodities to be purchased in order to maximize the satisfaction level. Similarly, decision of producers is also dependent upon money. Every producer's objective is maximization of maximization of profit. In order to maximize their profit, a consumer always purchases that much unit of labor, say any factor labor, where the marginal productivity of labor is equal to the wage or the salary which the labor is getting. And wage is always expressed in terms of money. Be it any factor of production, the price of factor of production, be it land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, anything. Price of factors is always expressed in terms of money. So money helps the producer to decide which factor to use more and which factor to use less in order to get the maximum output with the given input. So factors of production, how much salary to be given to each employee, that decision depends upon money because the salary is given in terms of money. Be it land, if it is land, then the rent is given in terms of money. If it is any raw material, it is purchased in terms of money. Any capital, the interest is in terms of money. Labor, the wage is in terms of money. So any factor, the price of the factor, the rate of remuneration of the factor is always expressed in terms of money. So money is a base over there too. Then comes the basis of credit system. Credit system. Credit plays a very crucial role in the modern system. Like all the commercial and business activities are highly dependent upon credit system. And money provides the basis of entire credit system. Without money, there are important credit instruments like check, bills of exchange. They cannot be used. So money is at the back of all the credit system. Any kind of credit system can only be there when money is there. Without money, we cannot think of credit system. So that is the contingent function of money. One more was given over there, distribution of national income. That is not that important, but I can explain it to you. That use of money helps us to distribute the national income among various factors of production. Like production is a outcome of different combination and collective efforts of different factors of production, and contribution of these factors of production in the production goods is rewarded not in terms of goods but in terms of money. So total national income, how much is allotted to land, how much is allotted to labor, capital and entrepreneur, that can only be done in terms of money. So that is why we can say that distribution of national income is also done with money. Moving to the next part, which is supply of money. Yes, supply of money means the stock of money held by people. Now people means different people including common public as well as the government. So stock of money means the currency which the people is having or the stock which the government is having. We can measure the money supply in two ways. Basically, we should know that money supply is not for one particular individual. It is for public. Public means all the economic units, be it a private company or a business firm, private individuals, any institution, everything. Secondly, supply of money is a stock concept. As I told you before, there are stock concept and flow concept. Income is a flow concept and money supply is a stock concept because stock is measured at a point of time. So money in circulation in India on 1st January 2020. That means it is a stock of money. In order to calculate the stock of money, there are different measures of money supply used. Reserve Bank of India, which is the Central Bank of India, uses 4 different measures of money supply. Children, you have to learn what is M1, what is M2, what is M3 and M4. Each and every equation which is written over here should be learned in the same way. You cannot modify it according to your wish. So learn these 4 measures of money supply. The first one, M1, which is narrow measure, includes what? It includes currency with public. That means coins and notes which we are having, plus demand deposits of public with commercial bank. That means the money which we are having in our savings account, which we can demand at any point of time, plus other deposits with RBI. Moving to M2. M2 means all the things which are included in M1 plus savings deposit with post office savings banks. We have accounts in post office as well. Post office is also having a branch of savings account. So in those accounts, when we are adding that amount of money also with M1, it becomes M2. If we want M3, then M3 is M1 plus time deposit with commercial bank. Time deposit means fixed deposit, that is deposited for a particular time period, FD which we say. So time deposit with commercial bank. But if we want to say M4, M4 is the widest measure of money supply, which includes M3. That means everything which is there in M3 plus total deposits with public post office savings organization, excluding national savings certificate. So excluding that, everything is called M4. You need to learn what is M1, M2, M3 and M4. And in recent years, RBI has started using a new measure of money supply which is called M0. So let's see what is it in detail. High powered money. It's a 3 marks question as well, children. It was there in ISC. What is high powered money? High powered money means the money issued by a central bank of a country is called high powered money. Or it is also called monetary base, which is M0. It includes the currency held by the public and commercial bank and the deposits held by the bank as a reserve with central bank. So M0 includes currency in circulation plus currency deposit of the commercial bank with RBI plus other deposits with RBI. So this is the equation or the measure of M0, which is called high powered money. Why it is called high powered money? Anyone? See, it is called high powered money because it is the monetary base, and all the decisions of the government regarding the money supply and money demand is taken keeping this high powered money in mind. It forms the base depending upon which all the decisions, all the policies are formed, and that is why it is called high powered money. So this is it for this chapter. It's a small chapter. Usually short questions come from this chapter in ISC. 3 marks questions are always there, 2 marks and 3 marks questions. I have not seen 6 marks question in last few years, but you have to prepare. Most importantly, you have to prepare the functions of money, types of money and measures of money supply. So prepare the questions, solve the assignments, answer the quiz and write the notes. Take care of yourself. Thank you.